Hi Libra, how are you doing? So this is going to be a reading for the 29th of November to the 5th of December, and we're going to be looking at some of the energies that are going on. This is just a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, that's totally fine. Some weeks it may resonate and some weeks it may not. Also check out your rising sign as well, because that's very accurate too. So, messages for Libra. Woo! Can I clarify that just as in reverse, please? Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get an astrological dice as well. So this is going to be for the signs in your big three that are most important. So if you've got a Libra sun with a Scorpio rising, this is going to be more pertinent to you guys kind of thing. This can also be for people in your life too. Got Sagittarius. Sagittarius again. My God. Sagittarius again! 3 times. You Libras with the Sagittarius. Okay, Virgo. Gemini. Okay. Some of you guys definitely dealing with an Aries. We've got Emperor with Justice in reverse. Aries energy comes straight through. Some of you are going to be getting closer to understanding what you want to do in life, and specifically, where you want your, legacy to lie, especially going into 2022. This really comes, I see this more as towards the end of the week, so more of a kind of solar eclipse energy. On the 4th of December, we've got a total solar eclipse, which really sets up a lot of the energies that's going through to 2022, because we also had a lunar eclipse on the 19th as well, which kind of does similar things. We've got Justice in reverse with Two of Swords in reverse. There's some real disharmony here. Not much balance, because Two of Swords is a lot about balance and harmony. Justice obviously is a Libra card. So again, this is like, I wouldn't say losing yourself, but again, starting to understand like what really makes me happy. How am I meant to reclaim myself? Because this is very much Aries energy, which you may feel like, what's going on there? Hence why I said you may be dealing with an Aries. But again, this is disharmonious, some kind of disconnection here, not feeling balanced in yourself. You haven't, recently been feeling like you have a grasp on what you're doing. I think you're starting to get more towards that. And this may be linked to career as well, because Four of Pentacles in reverse, very much sort of a money kind of card. In reverse, it's a little bit more about, the emotions tied to career, I think. It's a little bit more about letting go of energies that you don't need anymore, because this card's very much like holding on for dear life, And I have this in reverse. It's like losing something, again, transforming. I don't want to say the word losing. I want to say the word transforming something in your life. But there is some kind of disharmony here. You have lost something. And I really see this as a sense of self, I don't see it as anything like super external, although, as I mentioned, you could have had an Aries in your life that is giving you grief. The Hierophant in reverse with Ten of Swords in reverse, good. Ten of Swords in reverse is good. Hierophant, very much about society and your place within society, very much about doing things a little bit differently as well. Again, I think you've lost yourself to some kind of feeling like you need to be perfect, perhaps feeling like you need to do something for someone else. Some of you chasing a relationship that's just not working out, you're pushing and pushing and pushing, if you were here for the reading last week, it was like you're pushing and pushing and pushing for naught, really. That could also be a case as well, and I mention that because, Justice in reverse is a lot about, not feeling committed, not really, your heart's not in it anymore. So that's the kind of energy that I get there. But again, Ten of Swords is good, reverse is good. So it's like, a sense of self comes through here. And then, of course, we've got the Emperor, and we have the King of Cups, which was going to clarify Justice in reverse. King of Cups getting very sort of, I don't want to use the word entrepreneurial, but, you know, getting very creative. This is a super creative card. So if you're a Libra and you're creative, I think all Libras are quite creative, actually. I think it's just sort of in their DNA. Then this is kind of a good card for you. The Emperor, taking charge. These two are kind of good cards for taking charge of your life. So this is what I'm saying. I think you've lost yourself a little bit on the way. You've lost yourself a little bit. And, you know, this doesn't have to be like, I don't know who I am when I look in the mirror kind of thing. But it could just be like, you know, I've not really been acting authentically lately. I need to start to come back to who I am. I have these kinds of revelations weekly, actually. You know, I always think, am I doing something that is not very me? I'm doing this for somebody else, you know, especially if you've got an Aries in your life that's some kind of hurt locker and you're like, I'm just doing it for them. I'm just going to go with the flow because I don't want to get shouted at, type of thing. The Emperor and King of Cups, yeah, really taking charge and really kind of using your emotions to lead as well. Libra is very angelic kind of energy, leading with the heart a little bit. I know people always joke that Libras are kind of cold and detached, and they're like, oh, you know, why do you think I'm flirting with you? I'm just talking and being a Libra at the same time. But it's literally like emotions are, you know, going to be very important here, leading how you're, you know, how you're going through into 2022 with your heart and not with what other people want you to do. That's the kind of energy that I get there. You know, Two of Swords in reverse is really that kind of disharmonious energy where things don't feel balanced. They don't feel quite right. And it might not be a massive thing where you're like, I lost myself. It's maybe just a little bit, something doesn't feel right. I don't feel totally aligned. I need to start to get back to that. And I think you're going to have a better grasp on what you are going to be doing. Again, I think this is going to be linked to creative pursuits, King of Cups. So some of you guys are really good at writing. You're really good at painting. You're also really good at, you know, creating stories. You know, you're a storyteller. And that's going to be really important. And again, that doesn't have to be like I'm writing a book or anything. But it could be like I'm going to use the stories that I tell to kind of help people or, you know, create fun moments. You know, I think it's great when people tell stories, you know, at dinner or something, and you're like, Jesus, what a life you've lived, type of thing. I think it's really great. And relying on that is also really good as well. And the Hierophant in reverse as well. So again, this idea about doing things a little bit differently, I think is really important as well. So I think that's what's going to be happening this week, guys. I think you're going to be starting to understand a little bit more about how you've lost a little bit of yourself along the way, how you can gain it, how you can start to take control of yourself, you know, and being a little bit more creative in the process. Doing things for you. Very similar to Aquarius as well, with the end of the air sign. Not people pleasing and just doing things for you. So Libra, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Please come back for the reading next week and have a fantastic week and take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.